Only for you, I. Only for you, I. Oh no, it ain't nobody else there. Come on, Candy. Only for you, I. Only for you, I. Come on, Candy girl. Oh no, it ain't nobody else there. Come on into the room, y'all. Be sure to like up the video. Okay, we are about to go ahead and get into our review of Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion part 2. Let me know that you guys can hear me without issue and all is well. Okay, them the two songs that's been in my head, you know what I'm saying? You know, the Drew song that she dropped, and then this Candy about to drop a video, only for you, honey, you know what I'm saying? So them songs, and that kind of been in my head just a little bit. Girl, listen. I was supposed to do this live for y'all earlier this week. Girl, I was supposed to do it Tuesday. But listen. Girl, I had went out there to the track and got my walk on. You know what I'm saying? It was in the morning time, so it really shouldn't have been that damn hot. But I went out there to the track and got my walk on, and I did like a good little 2 miles. You know what I'm saying? And then after I was done, I was over there running my mouth. You know, just standing around running my mouth with my homegirl. We was out there for a good minute. Girl, by the time I got back to this house, I was wore the fuck out. Girl, I couldn't do you hear me? I'm talking about tired. I was so exhausted. And I feel like most of it came from standing out there in that heat, running my mouth and stuff. Versus the damn 2 miles that I walked, honey. But anywho, I was burnt the hell out. And then the next day, I just couldn't get up, y'all. I just tried. But, I got to just, rest when I can. Hello? So that's what I did. And then I'm here today, okay? And I'm here today. Come on, Lord. But anyway, let me pull up my notes, y'all. Let me get my notes together so that we can talk about the foolery as the show has finally come to an end. And I'm so glad that it is over. Not gonna lie. Before we get into that, did y'all see Candy's video that she was doing about Miss Sheree? Because y'all know Sheree came to the reunion with her She News, honey. And she out there promoting She News. I guess the guy that helped Sheree make it decided he was gonna come to social media and let people know, like, I guess something about him designing it. Let me see if I could go to their page real quick. I think it was on Housewives of ATL. Let me see if it's over there, because he was talking about something about him designing the She News, and it didn't have nothing in there about Todd wanting them to not film the kitchen or some shit this boy was talking about. Girl, I don't know what the hell this man was talking about, but girl, he was on some fugaziness, basically. So he says this: there actually isn't any paywall on the site. I designed it. The fans needed to see the article in full. There's actually a different plan for She News, and it doesn't involve Todd begging production not to show the kitchen of OLG on Candy and the Gang. Girl, what? You just wanted to have something to say. It was giving very weird. It was getting very weird. And then when you go to his page, you could tell that he's actually cool with a lot of people that Candy is friends with. So I'm just like, what is the beef? What is the issue? I know y'all all run in the same circle. Maybe he just doesn't like her. Like, I just didn't understand that. Like, and it's like, damn, Ty be taking all kind of shots. And he'd be like, why am I in it? Just because I'm her husband, like, why the fuck am I in it? Like, why are you throwing me in it? No, it doesn't include Ty begging production not to show the kitchen. First of all, baby, the kitchen was shown. The kitchen was already shown. So I don't even know why you even came to the front to say that. I guess you just wanted people to know that you made that whack ass newsletter or whatever like that, honey. That clip art piece of paper with words to come at Miss Candy. But I guess get your credit while you can, because Sheree not gonna give it to you, honey. Okay, but good luck. Good luck to you. Good luck to you, sir. Good luck to you. Good luck to you. So then Miss Candy decided she was gonna come and she was gonna drag her, which I thought was a bit hilarious to me. Okay, and this is where she kind of mimics, and I'm not gonna play the audio. Y'all can go to Candy's IG or her YouTube to check out the full video for yourselves. Okay, But she's pretty much mimicking when they went to Africa and they told Candy that she was going to meet her man on that trip. But then I guess Sheree was sitting up there questioning whether she was going to get married again. And the man told her, no, he don't see it in the future for her to get married. And then she going to sit up there talking about some she do believe that she going to get married. I'm screaming. And look at where we are today. Look at where we are today, ma'am. It's no shade. You still got life. You still got time. You know what I'm saying? Somebody may come along for you, ma'am. All right, but good luck, okay? Another thing I wanted to highlight as I chew on my ice. Excuse me, y'all. Sheree, are you okay? Are you okay, girl? So Candy did that spoof, right? On Sheree. Now Sheree done put out She News. Sheree's excuse is Candy. I always talking, girl, you ain't got that much going on for Candy to be talking about you every day. Okay? But all right. So she's saying that I did it because, Candy always talking about me, whatever. So that's why you did the She News, girl. It wasn't even given what it gave during the season for you to even bring out no damn newsletter. But you did. So Candy responded. And you decided to come to the front. And you wanted to she put like a video out. Actually, let me see if I can find that video. Give me 1 second. Because it was a video that she had put out. And people was like, oh, that must really bother Sheree. Because she over here talking about God now. Girl, you talking about somebody that was tickled, honey. Let me see if I said, there you go. It's right here. Let's go ahead and get over here. We're going to get into the review, guys. We are. Just make sure you're coming in, liking up the video. So this is what Sheree had to say.
Okay. I'm just chilling at home. People get calling me like, girl, what? So listen, I already know I'm good clickbait. I said it last season. The girl cannot stop talking about me. So I need you guys to head over to shebysheree.shop or shebysheree.com and get your I know I'm good clickbait sweatshirt or t-shirts. Hey, y'all. Okay.
No, thank you. However, okay, no, thank you. I guess she put this up here too, saying, God, I thank you for protecting me from my fools, haters, and people trying to frustrate my purpose. No weapon formed against me shall prosper, is what Miss Sheree had to say. And I just find it funny. Just a little bit now, and maybe it's not funny, but I did have a question. So you was bothered by a spoof, but you wasn't bothered by that man airing your side on last week? No, I'm not. No, I'm just asking a question. I mean, well, you don't have to get loud. You don't have to yell at me. I was just, because he the one that went in. I'm just talking about what he said. That's all I'm saying. He the one that came to the front and pulled out his receipts and drug you and a piece of Rowan as well. You know what I'm saying? So I was just trying to see, why you ain't respond to him. But you responded to Candy on a spoof. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just, okay, then, well, you're going to do what you want to do anyway, because that's just how you is. But the people just had a few questions because it didn't really, make sense, okay? Because you had a full week to say something to this man. You had some time to say something to this man before this man came and aired everything out, because he had already called you out before the trailer. After the trailer, he said once this episode drops, he was going to be coming back. And I'm expecting some IG screenshots. No, baby, he did a full interview. How long was that interview, y'all? Like an hour or something like that? And laid it all out from beginning to end, ma'am. Candy does a spoof. Girl, and that's what I'm confused about. Girl, this stuff actually happened to you. Candy ain't make up nothing. This is all she did was mimic what was already in that scene. You know what I'm saying? And that was probably like 1 minute and some change. This man spent multiple minutes, at least 60 and beyond, on you. And you have not said anything. And then now you want to sit up here and bring God into it. And he's somewhere wondering, like, well, what I got to do? What I got to do with it? Like, girl, y'all know y'all gonna run amok anyway, because that's just how y'all is. So why are you over here telling me something? I'm protecting you from, I guess, girl. No, ma'am. Okay, so we just wondering, when you ready to address him, girl, we will be all ears, honey. But you over here bothered by a spoof. But we already knew how bothered you were by Candy based on how much time and effort you spent on the newsletter that only revolved around Miss Candy. Now, when Candy flips that shit and make it and turn it into a coin, don't be mad now. Don't be mad, because that was your opportunity for you, in my opinion, as I've said before, for you to use that newsletter to dispel any of the rumors and things that were out there about you. Okay. So yeah, you didn't want to do that. You wasted time on putting it on Candy. So that's just where we at with that. Thanks to the 200 plus people we have in the chat. Make sure that you guys are liking up the video. It looks like we only have about 74 likes. So let's let the people know that we're live. Okay, some people may not have gotten notifications. I haven't been active for a few days. So just help the channel out by liking the video. Thank you guys so much. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that I cared to share about Real Housewives before I hop into. There was one more thing that I wanted to share. One more thing. So when she tells us to, Sheree tells the people to go to the website and purchase, I know I'm good clickbait. She wants y'all to also know that it is indeed for sale. It is indeed for sale for $80. Okay. The sweatshirts are for sale for $80. Now, what I said was, it's me wondering if the photo on the shirt was supposed to be for Tyrone. Because why? Why do you have a jail pose on a shirt and you talk about some fucking clickbait? I'm so confused, okay? Now she talking about clickbait, but the photo is giving clank clank. Like, what's so really girl? What? What's so really going on here, Sheree? What is this? Was that for him? Like, I mean, out of all of the photos that you could have taken, I mean, you put this on there, and then you put one with your old nose on it. You proud of your new one. You should have just put a photo of your new nose up. Like, why you put the old one up? But I'm going to let you do whatever it is that you're going to do. Because, again, like I said, that's just how you is. So, good luck. Okay. Now I know I'm good clickbait. Girl, I can't take it. I can't take it. All right. But either way. All right. Let's get into it. The reunion. Okay. First things first, Courtney says that she believes Drew did have this affair. I will say this. I can't say Drew actually had an affair, but I do believe that there was some entertainment going on. I do. I feel like she may have entertained phone calls, text messages, hanging out. Whether they crossed the line in that manner, IDK. Right? Because when I think of affair, I think of like sexual relations, but it's different for everybody and how they define it. If you're just entertaining somebody in general, you know, a lot of people are like, that's just like, no, that's cheating, period. Okay. Especially if it's going to lead you down a road to develop an emotional connection with another person. Okay. But that's what Courtney is saying. But we expect that from Courtney, right? Of course, Courtney believes that she did that. Okay. When they talk about Ralph, like, what do you know about how Ralph feels? Oh, I just know that Ralph just really, you know, he was hurt by the affair. Ma'am, no one gives a dog fuck about how Ralph has felt about whatever she was doing when he's been showing his ass for more than one season. So for me, I don't care anything about how Ralph feels. That's just me. Now, Drew says Courtney don't know nothing about her or Ralph, and then she tells her, you need to keep my son's name out your motherfucking mouth. I wanted Drew to say it a little harder than that. You know what I'm saying? When she was over there pointing her finger like, don't you ever. I wanted her to like add some cuss words into that. You know what I'm saying? You twisted mouth. Bitch, you better not ever have none of my kids' name in your motherfucking mouth. Now, you may slob on his knob like some corn on the cob or whatever you want to do, bitch, when it comes to Ralph. But when it comes to my kids, their names better not slip off the side of your mouth. Do you understand? You twisted mouth. They better not. Okay, so I wanted her to really like dig in there and just like really get her, like really go in on this bitch. Okay. What else? Courtney says, I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything about your kid. I didn't say nothing about your son. No, I didn't. Andy said, yes, you did. But you did. I said, come on, Andy. Come on, Andy. I'm with you. Andy said, yes, you did. And Kenya was like, you did. I'm like, come on. Where is Mia? You did. Where is Mia Thornton? I guess she gearing up for the season to get started. But anywho, you did. All right. Now, Courtney says that she knew. Then this is the crazy thing, because she flipped it and said she ain't saying nothing about the lady child. Then said that I knew exactly what I was saying. That's why I repeated it. I said, this bitch. This is why you can't return, ma'am. You're worse than Drew. Like you this is why you can't return. You can't. You just be talking literally out the side of your mouth. Like, girl, marriage single handedly. I can't take it. Okay. I can't. What I can't stand the most is how people just ride with whatever Ralph tells them as though his word is 1000% bond. And Courtney, you do give me that you possibly watched the show. You know, you may be a fan, you may not, but you've seen some stuff. And it's like, I want to believe that you've seen a few seasons to see exactly how he has acted. You know what I'm saying? So how would you say that this lady single-handedly destroyed her marriage? I don't, and then for you to be a woman that was married and then recently divorced, I think you divorced in 2020, like you can't relate to her like at all, just knowing what it's like to divorce this person. Like I don't know. Okay, girl. Okay. Drew didn't do that on her own. They did that together. Period. Drew was asked about going to Ty's game, which she does admit. She admits to going to the game, but this is where she kind of gave some away from me. All right. This is why I have to say some entertainment took place. What type of entertainment took place? IDK. All right. But she said, see, Drew, first of all, bitch, that's what was killing me. Girl, that's what was killing me. Girl, it's giving Tamar when you don't know what else to say. Girl, I didn't like that. Okay. You wasn't really quick on your feet with that. Okay. So that's a part of what's going to contribute to me not believing you. And then when you said, but I don't know what Ralph has been out here doing. That is another thing that confirms to me that you have entertained Ty in some fashion. All right. Do I care? No, I don't. I'm just acknowledging and calling a thing a thing. Okay. What else? Andy asked Candy about what she knows about Drew and Ty. Candy's like, I mean, only thing I really know is that she said that, if things don't work out with her husband, she was just going to, probably link up with her girl crush. And then that's what she also told my Yetta. And then, my makeup artist was there. And when she heard that, she ended up bringing her. And then whoop de whoop de whoop. And this how they all, connected. First of all, makeup artist was messy as hell. Now, why would you do that? It makes me question whether more conversation was actually being had. That, like, if she just over there talking to you and she like, oh, I'm link up with my girl crush or whatever, and you just randomly bring this lady, just randomly bring Ty to the set, and Ty came to the set a few times. Like, I don't know about that. Like, okay, girl. Anywho, so Andy asked Sheree and Marlo about, no, let me go back. Oh, yeah. He did. He asked Marlo and Sheree, like, what y'all know about Drew and, Ty? And Marlo said, girl, I've been over here mumbling, bitch. I've been over here, running my mouth under my mouth. That's what I've been doing. I ain't really been saying a whole lot. I just been over here mumbling. So you already know I ain't going to add nothing to the conversation. Anyway, I know I showed my it's on Drew earlier this season. I was very loud and everything like that. But now that I'm sitting in front of you, I'm just going to keep it like real cute and keep it a piece on mute. Okay. So that's where I'm at with it. And Sheree over there just being fake as hell, talking about some, oh my God, I don't want to do this. Here, bitch, what? You don't have to do it, right? If you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. You brought it there with the purpose of doing it. And that's what killed me. That's something that you wanted to do. And for me, it just gives, of course, you still don't like Drew like you ain't been liking Drew. You're not over the SHI that Drew did to you last year. You brought Courtney in already understanding the connection that she had to Drew and Ralph or whatever the case is. You brought that lady in my opinion, for her to be messy as fuck. And you got those records so that you could also be messy as fuck. And I think those records either came from somebody that was Drew's assistant or from Courtney. That's where I think they came from. Okay. So I don't know, but Drew, you be over there trying to be nice to this lady, and this lady don't even like you like that. Like she don't even like Kenya like that. And I want Kenya to figure that out too. But anywho, let's keep going. So excuse me, y'all. Sheree does say the person that brought it to her, it wasn't Ralph. But then she also said she don't know who it was. They just dropped it off. She never met the person. She don't know. And I'm just like, it's how Sheree sits up here and lies. lies like with a straight face. Just be lying. I was just like, this lady is such a fat nose ass liar. But okay, carry on. Now, Courtney denies dropping it off. She says that it wasn't her, but girl, your credibility has been shot. So a lot of people aren't going to believe you anyway. Drew says that whatever the messages are, that they're friendly. Drew, you just keep letting little stuff slip out, confirming to us that you've been in contact with Ty in some type of fashion. Drew, you also did not look at those messages or anything either. So why? Why did you not look at those messages that was sent to you? I mean, or that was in front of you. And I felt like that was very cringe to see, because they kept passing the shit around. And I'm like, dang, that's embarrassing. Like, for your text messages to be on display like that and just passing them around and stuff. Like, and then people leaning over like, let me see, what it say? What it say? Candy over there asking Kenya, like, me and you talk like that? I was like, ooh, is that incriminating? Kenya said she didn't see anything incriminating, but the fact that Candy asked her, do me and you talk like that, it kind of made me be like, well, girl, what is y'all talking about? And then Candy said something about being long-winded or something like that. So Drew, some of them went down, and the proof is in the text messages. And what I just want from you is for you to just be like, I mean, we may have and we may have not. I don't know what the hell he did down there in Tampa. He may have not. So I guess we on the same page. Oh, that's a good suggestion too, 2Ls. Mimi could have sent that too. It could have also came from Mimi, because I remember mentioning that. I don't know if it was on Patreon or in my last review, where I feel like, sometimes depending on how much access you give your ex, they may have access to your iCloud. And if she's still able to access messages, I wouldn't be surprised if she could have got it. And she also could have sent it. So it's Courtney by way of Ralph, possibly Mimi, or one of them assistants that had access to Drew shit too. Is what I'm thinking. Now, what else? They get ready to break for lunch. They do that. Once they break for lunch, Sheree goes and see Marlo. Marlo irritated me so much because all she kept saying was bish, 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 bish. I'm trying to sign up, bish, bish. And I'm like, girl, how many BITCHs you finna say? How many do you need? Because what she did wasn't that fantabulous. She's like, girl, Candy so mad. Girl, Candy so... I know Candy mad. I know she mad. And you know why I did it, right? I did it because she always talking about... She always got something to say about me. She always got something to say. So that's why I did. And I'm like, girl, that lady don't be talking about you like that, girl. She don't be talking about you like that, girl. I feel like you thought Candy was going to be possibly an easy read for you, honey. So, okay. Cool. But what also bothered me was Sheree's reads to me, or whatever her little antics, that's what I'll say. Sheree's antics to me were so lame and underwhelming. But what made it look so much better than what they were was the fact that, in my opinion, Candy didn't have much of a comeback for her. And I'm just like, she ain't even saying for you to really come at her hard. Like, she ain't really like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why you not on her tip? Like, be on her head. Like, did they edit it out? What happened? She's not really saying nothing too much, but when you ain't really got a good comeback for her, then it looks like, oh, she got you, girl. She got you. She read you. She did it. She ain't do shit. She all right. She ain't do all that like that. I mean, y'all gonna give her credit anyway, because that's just how y'all eat. All right, then, but okay. Anywho, Courtney in there trying to see her boo Ralph. Okay, as soon as she come in there, she trying to hurry up and close the door, make sure ain't nobody listening to what they talk about. But boom, she see Allison right outside the door, so she about to slam the door on Allison. Allison said, BITCH, you better not close that motherfucking door on me. You better not close that door on me. And then Courtney called her a bitch. And she said, oh, I thought you don't say the word bitch. But I thought you don't say that. That's where we at with it. Oh, okay then. So eventually they got the door closed. And this is when Miss Courtney turns around to Ralph. And, she's talking to Ralph. Did y'all see the hug she gave Ralph? Gripping him all behind his neck, all the way over there to his ear and stuff. Just all the way around with it. I was like, ooh, pulling her shoulder close inside. I just could not. I'm like, man, not you try to put this man's face in your bosom, ma'am. I can't take it. But anywho. She over there talking to this man, telling him about how, Drew is a compulsive liar. Like, Drew has an issue. She's a compulsive liar. And listen, I know you love her, But you can't continue to let her go on and disrespect you like that. Y'all, that definitely sounds like somebody that got a crush on somebody else, man, and trying to weasel her way into their relationship and what they got going on. Okay? That's just what it's giving, or what it gave to me. And Ralph just sitting up there looking dumb as hell with like no reaction to his face. He really pissed me off this reunion. He really did. Sonya, we get back out on the stage at some point. Sonya speaks on her miscarriage and how she felt that Kenya didn't offer her more support or acknowledge her loss. Why do you sound like Marlo to me? When Marlo was trying to talk about her nephew and then saying Candy didn't acknowledge it. But Kenya said, I did call you, Sonya. Sonya says, no, you didn't. You know, no, let me do it. No, you did not call me. You didn't, because if you had called me, I would know. I wouldn't lie about that. I said you wouldn't lie about that, but you lied to Candy about actually defending her. Huh? We don't believe you. You need more people. If Kenya says she called you, I'm going to believe Kenya called your ass. Why would she not call you about that? I mean, you didn't send no text message. You didn't send no flowers. You ain't send no cupcakes. You didn't stop by my house. You didn't do anything. I don't believe her. I do feel like at the least Kenya called that lady. Well, really, at the least I would think that she texted her, right? But with something like that being so serious and knowing that Kenya has also suffered like miscarriages and went through her own situation, or I ain't gonna say miscarriages, I'm not sure, but I do know that Kenya has suffered from fertility issues. Okay, so I do believe that that's something that she would have definitely picked up the phone and called her about. And if you are in a rough spot, and I'm sure we all have done it, may have called a friend, they didn't answer, and you just want to give them time because maybe they just got a lot on their mind, like that's a traumatic situation. So it's like, okay, let me just get them time or whatever like that. So I just feel like Kenya did call her. You may not have seen it, you may have overlooked it. I don't know, but I do believe Kenya on that. Talking about she wouldn't lie about that. Girl, okay. All right. So Sonya and Kenya speak on the fundraiser, right? So they get to the conversation about the fundraiser. And what we learned is that Sheree says that her money was the first money to, she was the first one to pay. Marlo says she was going to pay the whole time. That was always the plan. But the thing was, they did not want to raise their hand for Kenya. They did not want to participate for Kenya. Okay. And that was a problem for me because I'm like, it's bigger than Kenya though. If this is y'all bestie sitting on the end of the couch and y'all bestie is hosting a fundraiser, why would you not want to raise your hand to donate that money that you already know you're going to donate anyway, to encourage other people in the room to donate money as well? But y'all also focused on not giving Kenya a leg up and making her look good at your own friend's event. You hosts made no sense. And Sonya, the way that you tried to slide in there and defend Marlo by saying, oh, well, she was always going to donate and this, that, and blah, 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 and la, la, la. She's always going to donate. I don't believe nothing you're saying because you come to her defense too fucking much. This lady has been mumbling under her breath majority of the reunion. She ain't got no problems yelling in Drew's face any other time. Bitch, we going to need you to say it with your chest on today. I'm going to need you to stop being other people's mouthpieces. That's not being a mouthpiece for you. Okay? If you get another contract for next season or whatever, you return, girl, I'm going to need you to be able to let people fight their own battles. All right? You need to be having Sonya's back because I don't know why you sitting up there and not paying attention to how fickle Sheree is, especially when it comes to Kenya. So if she'll be fickle with her longtime homegirl Kenya, you got to know that yours is on the way. And based on how Marlo's relationships have gone throughout the entire time she's been on this show, you're next on that list too. Okay, so get that together while you over there trying to make this lady your best friend. Talking about you going through a miscarriage, all this and that. And or no, you said when you got pregnant again, you only told Marlo. Marlo was the first person you told. You didn't tell nobody else, yada, yada, yada. Girl, what kind of relationship you and Marlo got over there? That you over there sharing that with Marlo? Like, girl, what is that? I guess she saw the best in her when everybody else around was only seeing the worst. Girl, but you ain't God. So let's keep going. All right, let's keep going. So Sheree, so I think Kenya called out Sheree or something like that. She called them out about the whole fundraiser thing. And I just remember Sheree telling Kenya, even if you ask me, doesn't mean I have to do it. Honey, even if you ask me, that don't mean I have to do it. I want you to remember that. I want you to hold on to that. I want you to zip it up and I want you to put it in your pocket because you're going to have to use it one day. And Kenya, you better make sure that she remember what she said because she's going to need something from you at some point. And I want you to give her the same energy back. And then she's going to be pressed about it. And you're going to remind her that just because you asked me to do it doesn't mean that I have to. Hello? Okay? I want make sure you know that. And while you at it, because Sonya's so pressed, Sonya wants to be your friend so bad. And I feel like the reason that's not happening is because you see Sonya. You see Sonya for what it is, okay? The flip-flopper that she is. But I need you to see Sheree in the same way. And you don't. Okay, so I need you to get that together for me. I need you to get it together very quickly, all right? What else happened? Let's see. Sonya asked Kenya if she's genuine with her. Sonya says Kenya does things off camera, but then does things on camera to make herself look good or something like that. Like you act one way off camera, then you're another way on camera. So I can't really assess the friendship or where we are, or whether you like me or what's this or what's that. And I'm just like, but she says you hosting the fundraiser or whatever. She was like, that's a good look for you. And I'm like, you acting like Kenya came to you and asked you if she could host it. So how is that really a good look for her? That's a good look for you because you ain't had no fucking host. So Kenya came and she did it for you because you asked her to. So how is that that's a good look? And then the lady got you more money than what you was set out to make on your own. Like, I don't know, Sonya. I don't know. It's giving you just want to have an issue with her. But at the same time, you want her friendship so bad. And that's the same thing with Marlo. And Marlo wants that too. Marlo wants that friendship so bad. She wants that connection with Kenya so bad as well. So now I'm feeling like whatever relationship you're developing with Marlo and Marlo's feelings that she has about Kenya, you're starting to adopt those feelings that Marlo has about Kenya on your own. That's what I'm starting to think, okay? And I would hate that for you. Be your own, you know what I'm saying? Be your own person, but that's what it's given. What else? Sonya I said she wanted her friendship so bad. Sheree has a question for Candy, all right? And she says Candy acts like she's above everyone and she thinks she should step down and take a break. Here's the thing. I just don't see that. I really do not see where Candy acts like she is so above everybody. I think y'all think Candy is above everybody because of the connections and the relationships that she fosters and maintains. I think that's something going on with you. But I don't think she walks around like she's better than everybody. That's your own insecurity that you have going on. So I didn't understand that. Talk about you want her to, what she says, maybe she should think about stepping down and taking a break because she don't want to show, certain aspects of her life. And I'm like, girl, you're the one that has come on the show and left. And when you have returned, you've always returned, in my opinion, in a limited capacity. So you have never really offered shit. You really ain't offered nothing this season. All you offer us is your basement and parties. And a lackluster, late-ass Shopify store. Like, that's it. Like, that's all that you have. Like, so I'm just like, what is this? Candy has been on this show consistently for years. And she has given so many different aspects of her life. Like, what else do you want her to give? Like, I mean, I'll be honest, there was a time where I felt like, okay, Candy didn't really give a whole lot like this season. But then when I looked at the season, a lot of y'all motherfuckers didn't. You know what I'm saying? Not this season, but in previous seasons. So I'm just like, well, what else do you want? Because you ain't giving nothing. Candy said you would be a BITCH to say something about breaks because you know more about them. And then she want to talk about some y'all girls are so boring and lackluster that they have to bring me back and this and that and all of that. And it's like, girl, this is the problem. Like, y'all just be making, y'all be hyping this lady up more than what she is. Sheree, when you leave, we won't miss you. When you leave, we won't. We won't, baby. I mean, like, people too busy calling for other housewives that probably did one season more than they calling for you, the reoccurring every other season housewife. Like, no, ma'am. Um, what else I wanted to say about that? I think that may be it. Sheree, yeah. So we talked about that. Candy tells her she knows more about breaks. We talked about that. Marlo and Candy have the conversation about the shooting. Okay. That took place at Candy's restaurant. All right. Now Andy asked Marlo about the situation and why she was so bothered and why she was so triggered. This time she says, well, Andy, it's my nephew that used to work for Candy, and he was unalived and da 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 da. And I mean, like, when this happened at her shop, like, would you not be triggered? Like, BITCH, don't ask me questions. The question's on you. You need to answer them. Don't throw them back over here. Just answer the question, okay? And then Andy's like, okay, so were you mad 2 years ago? Right? She really couldn't even answer that. They played the whole clip more than once. Candy consoled you. She was there. She was supportive of you in that moment. What did you want? Like, I don't. Marlo just be on. She just be on some bullshit. She just be on some bullshit. And 1 minute is Candy doesn't want to talk about her stuff and what's going on in her life. Then is she she don't want to talk about what's going on in her life. Then is, oh, well, I just wanted her to acknowledge a little bit of something. Oh, then is, I wanted Candy to send some flowers. And then now is, oh, I wanted Candy to sing to my sister. Bitch, figure it out. Figure it out. Figure that part out. Okay, word on the street. Let me not say that. Shut up, girl. Rest his soul. May he rest. May he rest, okay? And you over here disturbing that man with your foolishness, okay? May he rest, okay? But I want you to figure your stuff out. You couldn't even explain nothing. Your whole goal was to comfort Candy. And this is my understanding. This is my breakdown. This is what I think. As to why Marlo went so hard on Candy. So when Candy and Ty had that first scene and they sat down, and I think it's Patrick, I think that's the nephew name, he came in, and Eric Fuller came from behind the camera and was like, y'all gonna talk about such and such. Candy was like, no, we ain't talking about it. Right? As I see, it looks like Eric is very close with Marlo. This is just an opinion. Too. And with those conversations being had between the two, it was some type of decision or something that came up, some conversation that was had to pull that out of Candy, to make her talk. So I feel like Marlo was his pet to come for Miss Candy. It's Melvin, that's his name, because Patrick is the one that does the parking, right? Parking validation. Parking. Yeah. Okay. I think that's right. So it's Melvin. I hope I got it right. So Melvin, yeah. So I feel like that's what happened. I feel like Eric and Marlo may have had a conversation about Candy not wanting to discuss that, and then next thing you know, we start seeing in scenes where Marlo was trying to force that narrative based on whatever conversation that she had with him. Now, here's my thing. I don't fault Candy for not mentioning it at all on the show. I'm gonna tell y'all why. Of course, one, because she don't really talk about xscape. And she had a whole damn show with xscape this season. So she could have came in this season and gave us a whole lot and just talked about this and that. But why, when it's going to be more profitable for me to leave xscape where it's at? So when it comes to Candy and the gang, should that show be renewed? And they didn't even know at that time when they were filming. I think until maybe a later time they did. But it's like, why give y'all that when that could be a storyline or a conversation for Candy and the gang? I don't have to talk about that here. So that's how I was kind of looking at it. In my opinion, thank you so much, Abu, for the super chat. If Kenya is so fake to Sonya, why does she continue to ask her to be there for her when she needs help? Exactly. From the photo shoot to the charity event to the help with Watch What Happens, she isn't showing up how she expects Kenya to. Thank you so much for the super chat, and I definitely agree. For sure. But yeah, so if Candy didn't want to talk about that, I mean, I ain't really tripping because she has a show for that. And then now we're learning that Candy and the gang is renewed, but I don't know what network. I don't know if it's just going to be on Peacock, if it's going to be on Bravo, or what it's going to be. But I mean, talk about it over there. Now that may be, if she don't talk about it over there, that may be a little side eye, because it's like this happened to one of your main cooks. So touch on that and let us know how he healing and how he doing it and recovering or whatever like that. So I think that would be a decent storyline over there. But anywho, what else happened? Sonya, yeah. So when Candy and Marlo were like going back and forth about it, because first of all, y'all kept talking about how y'all heard Marlo kept talking about how, oh, well, I've known Candy for years and this and that, and Candy like, we knew each other, but why you acting like we like this? We was like, girl, we wasn't even here with it. I knew who you was. I was familiar with you. But we wasn't friends like that. And I believe that she's talking about you could at least call and sing to my sister. Candy like, I don't even know her to be calling her and singing for her. Like Marlo was just pulling anything out her ass. And it wasn't going. So in the midst of Candy and Marlo going back and forth, here goes Sonya. Here go Lap Dog. Okay, because one thing she gonna do is run them laps, baby, for a dog named Marlo. So she done came out and she jumping into the conversation trying to explain what all Marlo meant and all this and all that to Miss Candy. And that was just like so irritating. It was like, Sonya, stop being this lady's mouthpiece. You sitting right next to her, you hearing more of the mumbles than we hearing watching the show. So let her speak up and say it with her chest. It's her segment. Did she say anything when you and Kenya was going back and forth about your stuff? Why do you feel the need to step up and defend her? I'm confused. Like, this a grown woman. Chill out. So Sonya says Candy argue like, I mean, if you choose to argue like, that's fine, you can argue. Girl, the point of the story is I should not be doing this with you, because the situation ain't with you, it's with her. So why are you even talking to me? I'm not, I wish Candy would have just said, I'm not even talking to you, girl. I'm here with it. That's what she should have told her. But anywho, that's that. All right. Let's see. Next up, we got Ralph. 600 people in the chat. Be sure to like up the video. See if we can get to 300 likes on the video. That'd be great. So Ralph comes out. He got out there, baby. When Drew passed that fucking peach to Ralph, I fell out. I loved it because I'm like, yes, girl, that's exactly what he wants. He wants that peach so fucking bad. He wants that peach so bad. And I have to say, I hate that they had this conversation in front of the entire cast. Okay. That bothered me a lot because I don't feel like nobody up there really genuinely like care or support or any of that. And I understand because they feel like Drew is a liar and all this and that or whatever. But at the end of the day, if any of y'all was going through a divorce, like y'all would still want some type of support. So I understood Drew not really wanting to talk, but my reason probably would have been because I got to have this conversation around motherfuckers that really high-key don't care for me in this moment. Like, why do I have to do that? And I do understand that it's being filmed for television, true, but I just felt like they could have had like a one-on-one. Like that whole thing was just like uncomfortable. Let me say this while it's on my mind too. Everything about this reunion for me was tacky, from the fashions to the set to the setup of how they went about laying out different things when it came to questions and Drew singing to scoot down. Let's pull his chair in. Like everything was just tacky. This was a tacky ass reunion for a tacky ass season, period. Drew, she didn't want to talk to him. She passes him the peach. We loved it. Ralph says that he loves his wife, but wants to make sure that his kids have a good representation of their father. And that's why you brought your ass here, Ralph. What about the representation throughout the seasons? What about the representation of not taking your ass down to Tampa because you upset with something your wife said or you feeling a way about something, so you just gonna get away and then watch everybody from the cameras? Like, huh? Wait, what are you talking about? What about the representation of when she had to go back home for a family emergency, you just decided to stay back and then go to a fucking party? But you brought your ass to the reunion to make sure that the kids knew, see a good representation of their dad. Ah. What about when you're having conversations with Courtney, telling her the tea about your marriage? Do you care about the representation of the dad? Because you know that doesn't just play on Drew, that plays on you too. You see what I'm saying? And you damn sure don't give a damn about their mama. While you sitting over there talking about a representation about your damn self, what about their mama? Mm. Well, let's keep going, okay? Now, Drew says that there were a lot of issues in the marriage that she hasn't put out there. And Andy was like what? You know what I'm saying? You feel like you protected him? Girl, let us know, because we all in your business, honey. So, I mean, was it infidelity? You know? And then Ralph said something, and Ralph was like, well, just put it out there. Like, if it was infidelity, like, let's lay it out, okay? Andy like, oh, so have you cheated? He was like, no, I've never cheated. I don't believe shit Ralph talking about. He asked Drew, have you been faithful? She says, yeah. He gonna say, what about Ty? I said, ooh, child, this is getting even more awkward, honey. Drew said, so you gonna sit up here and play in my motherfucking face? That's what we gonna do right now? All right. And then he says that this is what got me. Ralph, have you ever cheated? No, I haven't. Drew, have you been faithful? Yes, I have. What about Ty? So you're going to play in my face. This nigga says, listen, Drew, I just want to have a conversation. I just want to talk. I'm not really trying to go back and forth. You know, I just want to have like a mature conversation. You know what I'm saying? I don't want us to be immature. Boy, sir, young dude, okay? You could have did that without throwing up some damn what about Ty. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you want to say, like, you was ready to go back and forth. And then when she said, so you're going to sit up here and play in my face, when you see she probably getting a little serious, then now you want to sit up here and be like, I just want to have a conversation. It's giving Tyrese isms. That's what it gives to me. You're trying to play on the people by pretending to be a calm spirit or something. Like that's going to change something, like we don't see through the fuck shit. That's what's killing me. I'm off at this point. Okay, so Drew started going off, and she says all he does is embarrass her and choose other women over her. I believe everything Drew said. Then he asked if he could answer. So when she started going in on him, laying in on him, and she starts like highlighting all the ways that he hasn't been like a good husband to her, this man says to her, can I answer Andy's question? Y'all, for my Patreons that watched it with me, y'all saw I had to rewind that part. Because I'm like, what the hell? Did Andy really ask you a question? Andy didn't ask this man shit. Andy did not ask him anything. He just got tired of hearing Drew lay into him. That was another way for him to escape accountability. Can I answer Andy's question? The thing is, Andy didn't even ask you for this. And if he did, they should have showed it, because that's not what we saw. The thing is, Andy, is this. I told Drew I wanted the divorce. I was the one that wanted the divorce. Why is that so important? And Drew said, yeah, after he already saw that I was consulting with a divorce attorney. So then Andy was like, why is that so important? And I think Drew said, well, I don't know what Drew said. Something, I don't know what it was. I guess he just wants people to know that, you know, she been out here doing me wrong, and I'm the main one that wanted the divorce at the end of the day. But that's exactly what it was given in that moment, because we weren't even talking about that, but you felt the need to make sure that Andy and the world knew that you were the one that originally wanted the divorce from Drew, and Drew didn't want it from you, even though she beat you down there. Like, okay then, Ralph, like, you're just, this man be playing in everybody's face, and then they sit up there and they still kind of like back him up. So Drew calls out how Ralph stopped going to see Dr. Ken because he was uncomfortable, okay? And he did not like the fact that man was holding his ass accountable. And that's my favorite part, and I'm glad that Drew brought that up, because I understand on the last reunion, Candy was like, I feel like you be gaslighting Ralph and this, that, and the other. And it's like, I can't necessarily agree with that. And maybe she does, because I know a lot of you guys got in the comments and y'all felt like she does, and that's fine. But to me, my issue is still falling on Ralph. And I feel like the Dr. Ken situation is a great example, because we literally saw this man try to convince the damn doctor, like what, the episode before last, of how whatever he was saying was making sense. And Dr. Ken looking at him like he a fucking fool. Like, are you stupid? Like, yeah, y'all still need some therapy. Because he's literally trying to sit up here and manipulate and finesse the doctor, the person that literally sits up here and listens to people's problems over and over and over again. He does not like accountability. And y'all have sat up here and watched this man on this show. You're watching him in this reunion, and y'all still feel like she the problem? No. No. Now, I'm willing to say she has contributed. What percentage is small? Okay, but it definitely takes two of them. While Courtney over there talking about this lady single-handedly tore down her own marriage. Not when you single-handedly getting tea from the marriage from one side, like from one side. You ain't even getting her side. So whatever. So I just disagree with that. But I was glad that Drew brought that up. Because y'all seem to forget that this man don't want to be held accountable. He just did it to Drew, because when Drew started labeling off the things, when she started labeling off all of the stuff that he was messing up on as a husband, he started to play. Can I talk to Andy? Can I answer Andy's question? Drew, I just, I don't want to keep going, back and forth with you and I don't want to keep doing that. And, just bullshit. It was just BS, and that's his way of deflecting. So Ralph says it wasn't, he says it was, okay, so let's go back. Drew says that Ralph got with Mimi to create a narrative about her and Ty. And then Ralph says that it was the assistant. Okay, so I ain't really have to get with Mimi. Who I got with was the assistant. And the assistant is the one that started telling T, and Drew did not want to believe that. And I'm like, Drew, you can't. No, like you can't be, because I think Candy said it was the assistant. Other people were saying that it was the assistant. And Drew was like, you guys are lying. You guys are lying. And I'm like, Drew, if all of these people are telling you that, you have to consider the possibility that it is, okay? It is that you have to consider the possibility. So you need to go back and check your circle. And this ain't the first time one of your assistants played you. You just got in a fight with another one. So I don't know why you wouldn't consider the fact that, okay, maybe he could be a little flawed too. And that's your problem. I feel like you got too many people around you, too many assistants, too many folks, girl. What else happened? Drew shows off a text message, okay, from Ralph or whatever, or a text message that somebody sent to Ralph. She showed that off, sent it around to everybody. Well, I don't know if she sent it to the other ladies on the couch, but I know Kenya and Candy saw it. Right? The text messages. And Ralph says that it was a catfish. For me, I thought about the movie The Past. Because on the show, spoiler alert for those that haven't seen it, when she gets a text message, it's kind of like a catfish because it like disappears. So somebody was slick playing on her phone. So I'm like, girl, you are right. The past literally is your life. Literally. And you are getting finessed. So Ralph started looking at the ground when Drew started wearing his ass out about the different things that he doesn't do, how he be telling her feelings and everything. Like when she was just going into everything, he was looking at the ground. But when he felt like he had a leg to stand up on some stuff, he would then like want to speak on that or address that, like the catfishing thing or something. Like he'll want to like, oh, I got you there, so let me speak on that. Yeah, but that's just a minor thing in comparison to everything that I'm complaining about. That's the problem. And he just looking at the ground, and she was like, yeah, this man be so guilty. What else? Yeah, Ralph lied about Chocolate City. Y'all know he tried to say that he wasn't doing that or something. Candy called someone that's affiliated with it, and they confirmed that, yeah, Ralph was indeed supposed to be doing that or whatever. So Ralph over there lying. What else? Drew brings up text messages given to Sheree. Ralph is acting confused. Sheree said, I never said that it came from Ralph. So she's over there denying it. I don't know. I mean, everybody up there they just be lying. So I don't know. I don't know who she could have got it from. Mimi, as somebody mentioned in the chat. It could have came from me. I don't know who it came from. But I do believe that Sheree was lying about not knowing who he came from. Ralph talks about seeing evidence of her and Ty. Drew brings up him getting head around the world, which is hilarious. And then he gonna sit up there and say, that sounds silly. Listen, it sounds silly. Like, that's silly. Like, listen to that. But he did not want to fully admit that he told her that. And this is how he plays on her intelligence. And he plays himself to be like he innocent by saying, see what you're saying, Drew? That sounds so silly, as though she made this up. That's what he does. So if he's doing this in her face and in y'all face, y'all really think that he told Courtney the right story, or he's telling y'all the right story? Only for us to learn and find out. Cause we like, well, did you say it? Did you say it? It was a joke. Like, Andy, come, Andy. I haven't even traveled the full world. Like, I haven't even traveled the full world to really have some, like, but not necessarily admitting that he did say, I haven't even traveled the full. Andy, like, I don't know. I don't know where you traveled. You traveled enough for the world to be getting enough blowjobs. You could have been getting blowjobs all around Atlanta. I don't know. But the question is, did you do it? Okay. What's going on? So, I'm trying to see what else did Ralph say. So, some of that doesn't sound believable. It don't sound believable, but your ass said it. Like, shut the hell up. Why would you say it? It's not believable. But you said it. He just, oh, girl, this man here, girl, he has done a number on her. Because he damn sure doing a number on me, and he ain't even mind. Thank you so much, Amina, for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. What else? So they both talk about the divorce, okay? Neither one of them want a divorce. They're in mediation. Drew says Ralph says that he doesn't, Drew says that he doesn't create a safe space for her. And I believe that he doesn't. She says, actually, he tells me fuck my feelings. I'm still stuck on this representation. I want to make sure the kids have a good representation of me. But if you disrespect her on camera the way that you do, I can imagine what be happening behind closed doors. So that's on you. The representation that how your kids view you, that's on you. I don't know. What else? So when Drew was saying this, when she was like, "Oh, he doesn't create a safe space for me," okay, from the shot that we saw, Ralph was looking at the ground, and for me, that just confirms that he knows she's telling the truth, so he can't say nothing. He just look at the ground. So she tells him about acknowledging her feelings. And then he says, are you saying that I don't provide a great life for you? And it's like, bro, out of everything this woman said, everything this woman has said, you're talking about how you provide a great life. And when I hear provide a great life, what I hear is financially. Are you saying that I don't show up for you financially? That's what I'm hearing. When she can show up for herself financially. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what about the other ways? Like, where is the emotional support to her? And it's like, you're still missing the point that she said all of this. And the only thing that you can highlight is, are you saying that I don't provide a great life for you? What are you talking about, dummy? And I feel like the fact that she said so much and you only caught this much lets me know that you don't value her. You're not considerate of her feelings. You say that you support her, but you don't, because if you did, we would have saw it in that moment. You just don't. And I just don't understand how we on the outside looking in and we see this, but then you got people that's sitting on the stage with them that got a clearer view than we do, and they over here like, because they feel like she lies, he's not the problem anymore. She is. Like, girl, what? No. Nope, sorry. So anywho, what else? Yeah, I feel like Ralph does need therapy. I think he needs solo therapy on his own, and then they can come back together and do like couples therapy, because I feel like Ralph can't give to her what he doesn't have, and I think he has some things from his childhood or whatever that he needs to like really work through. So I don't know if I don't see them moving out of the house. But I feel like they do need to exist like separately so he can get that healing and stuff that he needs. Like, I hope she ain't still hunching on that man and stuff like that. And they still trying to pretend to be like family and all of this other stuff. Like, I do think that they need a little time. And he needs to go do the work that he needs to do if he loves his wife so much and he wants to have that marriage so much. Because he definitely got some work he needs to do. What else? Let's see. Now, when they were going back and forth, Ralph and his wife, Drew, I don't know if anybody caught Sheree's facial reactions, but it was pissing me off, and she looked like she wanted to laugh so bad. That was irritating me. Like, it's like, girl, you're so miserable, bro. You're so miserable. You're so miserable. Like, you was enjoying that. And that's why I was like, That's why I ain't even want them sitting on the same on the stage with y'all as they over there arguing back and forth about their relationship and stuff. But whatever, it is what it is. But it was just giving miserable, and you was enjoying seeing what you were seeing. Thank you so much, Amina, for the super chat. I hate when Ralph tried to say that Drew was making up the Chocolate City story, but when the rollback showed Candy proving it, everyone was silent. Come on now. Ain't nobody got nothing to say now. Thank you so much for the super chat. Everybody want to be all quiet on the Western Front. No, ma'am. Come up and talk. What y'all got to say now? Like she making it up. And Candy knew because she had already confirmed it. Thank you so much, Amina, for the super chat. Ralph is giving narcissist vibes and enjoys gaslighting Drew. And let me add, Drew and everybody else on the stage. Hello, hope we can bury those two terms in 2024. Period. Thank you so much for the super chat. Let's see what else. So yeah, Sheree was over there looking funny, like she wanted to laugh and smile, like she was just really enjoying this moment. What else? Ralph, as Drew is talking to Ralph busts out and tells this lady that she's acting. Drew threw whatever she had, that piece of paper, but I wish she would have had that peach so she could throw it at his ass. Because if I'm expressing myself to you as my husband, I'm expressing myself to you, letting you know the errors of your ways, where you could fix this if this is what you want, and all of that. And then you turn around and you tell me I'm acting because this is actually shit that you heard other people say. Because I am an actress, you think that I'm acting in this moment to excuse your behavior and excuse yourself from taking responsibility for how you have, made me and my insecurities. Yeah, let me go. Because I'm going to fuck this stage up. And I'm going to fuck his ass up too. So let me just go ahead and go. Let me take a break. Let me go to the back. Okay? Let me go to the back because I'm 2 seconds off his ass, Andy. For real. And when I get on it, I'm going to wear his ass out for old and new. So let me just go ahead and go. Then you done sat up here and you want to talk about a good representation for your kids and shit, but you over here giving a bitch like Courtney ammunition to use to come against me? Are you crazy? Yeah, nah. Let me go, baby. So I definitely would have walked off stage too. Let's see. Oh yeah, I also just felt like that was really messed up for you to sit up there and say you love your wife, you want to have your marriage, y'all are in mediation, and then you turn around and disregard her feelings yet again, talking about she acting. The first thing you did when you disregarded her, you sat up there and said, Drew, I don't want to go back and forth. And really, I can't even say disregarded because that wasn't a disregard. It was more so when she said that she's been faithful and you brought up, what about Ty? And then she responded saying, you're going to play in my face. You wanted to deflect. And that's when you was like, Drew, I don't want to argue. Then the next thing it was, oh, well, can I answer Andy's question? So you just kept playing in this lady's face like a lot of the times. Like, Drew, that sounds silly. That's not even believable. Like, that sounds silly. Like, da-da-da-da-da. And then now here you go talk about some damn, Drew, you're acting. What? I'm about to act the fuck up on you, baby. I'm about to act the fuck up. You right. I'm about to get to acting in this bitch. You are, let me go. He's just full of shit. I'm sorry. He is. I'm sorry. So Drew says she isn't taking it at home. She's talking about, I don't take it at home, so I'm not taking it here. So she finna leave. And I said, no, baby. Stop. Okay. You are taking it at home and you're continuing to take it here, which is why we're here. I don't take it at home. No, you do. You do take it at home. You've been taking it at home for a long periodical time. Okay. It's like, all right, but you gonna get your break. Go back there and get your break. Get what you need to get, okay? So Ralph tells Andy the biggest lie, one of, and he says he's always uplifted Drew and he's always supported Drew. And I say, you a bald-headed, side-headed lie is what you are, okay? I don't like that. You pear-shaped headed heifer. Listen to me. Why are you lying? Because if you actually uplifted and supported that woman, we would have saw that in the conversations that y'all have had thus far, and you didn't even give that. And a person that uplift and support their wife don't give somebody else ammunition to come at her. You feel what I'm saying, sir? So you, dear, are full of the dog shit. That's what you are. And when you say you uplift and support her, this is what I think that you meant, right? Because you like to misinterpret stuff, just like when she was telling you about her emotions and this and that, and you was like, oh, so I don't provide a good life for you, whatever. This is what I think that you meant by the uplift her and support her. I think that you only uplift and you only support the things that are going to be beneficial for you, in my opinion. And that is her talent. I think that's where you're supportive and you uplift her when it comes down to getting to a bag, you know. Yeah, primarily. You might uplift her with weight gain, losing weight, working out, because I think that's something that you might like to do yourself, right? So that's something y'all can do together, whatever it is. But I really think it's more so tied to financials, talent, and how it just can benefit you and how it's gonna make you look. Like, I'm sure when she was getting ready to do Housewives, she was like, yes, go do it. Yes, 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 yes. People gonna see me on TV. Oh yeah, you want to do music? Oh, I love to produce. Yeah, let's do it. Get it. Next thing you know, you on her fucking cover, like you over there singing a note or two. So I think those are the ways that you support her. You support her for things that are beneficial for you. That's it. That's all. And it's crazy because everything still goes back to you and what you want. And that's why it makes me question how successful this relationship is going to be. And I'm glad I never married that person, but there was a person that was always like that. Like, it was really more so always about them, and I just, no, everything always went back to them. But that's just where y'all at, girl. What else? Yeah, I say he only support her accolades, because they'll advance him. Shout out to Kenya Moore. Kenya, girl, I hated your hair. I wasn't too crazy about your dress, but it was the poise that you had sitting up there. I don't think I seen your back slouch over not one time. Like, you maintain a straight back posture, legs crossed the entire reunion. I don't know how you did it, but I said, girl, that is the queen right there. That's a beauty queen right there. That lady maintained that posture. Everybody else, I think they was like this, leaning back or hunched over or something like that. I think the whole time Kenya was sitting. I said, girl, you better sit. And the way she collected Ralph so calmly, I loved it. I mean, she really was like the only person that was really having, that girl's back. Sonya went to the back to check on her. Monyetta was back there as well. So I thought that was nice. And, Sonya and Drew have had their differences, but I thought that was nice of her to go back there. But the way she was collecting Ralph and calling him out, I loved it. And then when she said, you just, remind me of, my husband. And he was like, well, how long have you been married? She said, why? Does that matter? Because you're going to start discounting my feelings too. He was like, yeah, it does matter. But no, it's not that I'm going to discount your feelings. No, that's exactly what you're going to do. But I don't think you should discount anything that she's saying, because if she's telling you that your actions are the same as her husband, and it's clear that they're in divorce court right now, that should be a sign for you. Like, oh, yeah, I mean, we done already filed. Like, damn, we okay. Like, we really finna be divorced. Like, if you saying you want your marriage, like, just because her marriage hasn't been as long as yours doesn't mean that you can't learn something from it, in my opinion. But he definitely said that in a way to discredit that lady. But the way she was gathering him, and and I loved it so much, because a lot of people like to, get on to Kenya because they be feeling like, oh, she always saying this and that at somebody's man and getting loud and yelling, and then when they do the same thing, what y'all gonna say now? Because Miss Girl sat up there very calmly and checked the fuck out his ass, and I loved it, and she was sitting. I said, come on, Ken, I'm with it, bitch. I'm with it. Get it, girl. So anywho, what else happened? Ralph says that he tells Drew when Drew comes back out, he says that he just wants her to be happy, whatever that may mean. No, you don't. You're saying this because I feel like after Kenya got you together, you came on the show to make sure, or came to the reunion to make sure you had a good representation. But I feel like when Kenya got you together, it made you realize how the audience may possibly see you. And that's why you felt the need to try to like clean it up a bit and say that you just want her to be happy, yada, yada, yada. But you don't. You don't want her to be happy. You want her to be miserable if she can't be happy with you. That's what I think, because I'm never going to let you forget that you gave another woman ammunition to come at her. I'm just not going to forget that. All right. So yeah, there's that. Drew performs her latest song, and I think Drew has a beautiful voice. I hope that she continues to stay in her singing bag. Continue to stay in that singing bag. And keep doing your acting. Like, you just never know where it's gonna really land you. So stay in that bag. But you performing to Ralph, ooh, girl, that was so hard to watch. Number one, I thought she was gonna break the fuck down. I did. I thought she was just not even gonna be able to finish the song because she was crying. You know what I'm saying? And she held it in. And his facials was so stupid. Like, the way he was just looking so dumbfounded as well. Like, and I'm sure it was awkward for him just as it was awkward for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, ooh, I was like, we could have did this better. And then this is why I say tacky as fuck. Andy, get up. We're going to move your chair back. All right, let's slide this chair in here. All right, Drew. Okay, Andy, you can have a seat on that couch. That's tacky as fuck. I don't need to see all of that. Y'all, all this bullshit y'all had on set, y'all should have put a little piece of a stage or just move them goddamn sound. Move them goddamn sound bowls out the middle of the damn area and let that girl stand up there and sing. Get them goddamn pillows up off this fucking floor. Cause girl, it look junky as hell. I don't care what nobody say. That's some shit. If it's in my grandma's house, pick this shit up. Get this shit off there. What the fuck is this? That's how I was feeling. Get that shit up off the floor and get that girl her stage so that she could sing. Got this lady. Let's move this chair back. We'll slide this one in. Drew, you could get here. What kind of shit is that? Tacky. Didn't care. Didn't care about the season. Just here you go. Like, y'all just threw it out there for it. Pop, here you go. That's literally what y'all gave us with the reunion and the season. Just here you go. Slop. I can't. Pick this shit up. That made me so mad. I was like, girl, this is the tackiest shit that I have ever seen in Housewives history. And I can't take it. But all in all, Drew's performance was good. I think they ended up closing up the show. The ladies drunk some wine, had some water, honey. And that was about it. You know what I'm saying? That was about it. Like, it wasn't giving a whole lot. It was cool. It was cute. But they wasted America's time a bit. Y'all better not bring that shit back next season. So I don't know what y'all need to do. I don't know if y'all need to do people work better storylines, dock people's pay if they not gonna give more than what they giving. Cause Sheree, you really ain't give us. You gave us a piece of Martell, your cute little grandbaby, and made it all about you. Okay, and then what else? A website that barely got fashions. Like, girl, what else? I'm trying to see, Marlo, what did you give us? You ain't give us nothing. You didn't give us no foster care the whole season. And then you want to sit up here and have a ceremony. Girl, what? We still waiting on the house that you was building. What's up with that? Just ain't give us nothing. Candy, you ain't give a whole lot this season either. But listen, this is why I'm also not mad at you. Because, bitch, you gave over there on xscape, honey. Y'all gave us what we needed. So I understand, girl. You was giving so much energy to xscape. That shit was depleted for Real Housewives of Atlanta, okay? And that was a very entertaining show. All right? But it wasn't a whole lot that was going on with you outside of the different opportunities that you had that, you know, they weren't willing to travel and show. What else? I feel like, Kenya wasn't talking about that. It's just the usual same old same. The most she talked about was wanting to have another child. Now, I would have loved to see how things really came together with Kenya Moore hair care. How did that, you know what I'm saying? Like, how we see her commercial, but we don't get to see, or at least we see her film for her commercial, but we don't get to see the opening of or I don't even think it was an opening. I think it was like a soft launch or something like that, letting people know it's coming. So, we didn't even get to see that. I'm trying to see who else. Sonya, I don't think you did a whole lot of nothing either. I feel like the biggest part of your storyline, you had your family and them needing to move out. And then, you, of course, suffering that miscarriage. But I hated that because it came so late in the season. So we didn't really get to see you, and how you navigated through that. But girl, just the short answer is flop. Okay. The short answer is flop. Okay. But that's that on that. So listen, this what's going to happen. I'm finna end this live. Okay? But by 3 o'clock, I'm coming back. Right? So I did some videos 2 years. I don't even know if that live is going to be that long, but just the FYI. I did some videos like at the end of 2021 about an Instagram influencer by the name of Dana Chanel. And it was a lot of scamming and things that was taking place at the time. Well, there has been an update, and it appears money may be owed. And we are going to get into that around 3 o'clock. Okay, we are going to talk. I saw a few people commenting on my old videos, and I'm like, girl, this is so old. Like, why is y'all back in the archive like that? Well, me being how I am on social media, just minding my business, I came across it, and I said, girl, wait, what? So she got to pay. Let's talk about it, okay? So I said, that's why they was over there commenting on that old video. So now, or those old videos. So now we're going to talk about that at 3 o'clock. So I'm going to hop off, be looking for a live notification or something like that. And then somebody asked me about the VMAs and stuff. I think I'm going to do a video after that live because I got it on my list for me to talk about the VMAs and some other things. When I talk, I'm not going to do a whole lot on the VMAs. But I did want to kind of like talk about like some performances or whatever like that, what I saw and all of that. And we could chat about it and some other things. So yeah, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure your notification bells are on. Live without people asking me about This Is Messy. This Is Messy will be coming. I don't know when it's going to come. Okay. If I have the range to do it today, I will. If I have the range to do it today, I'll do it today. But I got y'all because I know that we far behind with the This Is Messies, but they is indeed. They gonna come. Give me some time. You know what I'm saying? Blue Ivy, ho, what you got? But I got y'all, all right? But all right. Make sure that you guys like up the video. Somebody wants me to you want me to link the old videos on Dana? I can do that. I'll put that down in the comments. Yeah, I'll put those down in the comments. But yeah, let me go ahead and hop off this live. And then I'm about to put another notification up for us to talk about Dana Chanel and all of that mess over there that's going on. Okay. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like up the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in a second. Bye-bye.